Okay, Padawans, welcome back for day 7 of our Jedi training. Today will be the finale of this series. I'm going to go ahead and complete the game regardless of time on the video. And so we can be done with this and we'll hit our final talking points and call it a good game. Now we are currently on Bogano, right outside the entrance to the Zepho Vault. And we will be going in there. If you recall, we cleared out everything from all the other planets that had been missed and we had to bypass. So as you can see, we have Dathomir complete now, Zepho complete, Bogano, and Kashyyyk, and all of Ilum. There is one remaining planet. It's a small planet, and we won't miss anything there. You'll get it all in one go through. And so, that being said, let's go ahead and learn about some of the Zepho secrets, and that'll give me our final talking point of the game, and we'll cover that, and then we'll move on and complete the game.
Itself is linked.
Now, as you can see, we've opened up a little section on the wall that's got a little dirty mirror looking thing on it, kind of like Rey interacts with in episode 8, I believe. No. 6. Yeah, episode 8, when she's on whatever the name of that planet was that she was on with Luke. Which, of course, as you know, I'm no fan of those movies. I don't like those movies. But yeah, this here was basically straight out of that film. And once this cutscene and all this section here is over, before we fight Trilla, I'll cover my talking point, and then we can just move on.
I offer this record of our civilization to those who will follow. Despite our wisdom and technological achievement, we face extinction. Dogma blinded us to the path of balance, and gradually we allowed our pride to corrupt us.
Now, I'm not sure which Zepho Sage this is supposed to be. It just says Zepho Sage.
The further we fell into ruin.
It sounds like the voice kind of echoes reminiscent of shows where, like, they're a hive mind. So it might be the Combined Memories of all three. Okay. Now, as you'll notice there, he said something about leading the remnants of his race into a great unknown. That implies that the Zepho are not extinct in their entirety, that there are probably some still out there. I believe, though, that they became one with the Force. You know, I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me type thing. That they probably basically pulled an Obi-Wan and just became Force ghosts.
The ways of the Force.
Master Kestis.
We shall begin with physical preparation.
What is the Force?
Gather round, everyone.
Master Kestis, do you think the Empire will find us?
You got the strange, faceless Padawans.
It's the Empire!
The Inquisitors have found us! Master, shall we fight them?
They're coming!
To the trenches!
Keep going!
Protect yourself!
Capture the younglings. Kill the rest. They're back. Keep firing.
Obviously, he didn't do a too bad job of training them, because that Padawan just took out that Inquisitor. Even though it's probably not going to live through it. Now this, of course, is just a Force vision, like Luke had on Dagobah, like Rey had in Episode 8. Well, Rey had in pretty much every episode that she was involved in. See, this one's here hiding, not doing a very good job at it.
Spread out. There will be others. Yes, sir. You can't hide. Got you. Yeah.
Cal Kestis. Surrender now, and we may spare the youngest.
Now right here you
That's
can
right. On your knees.
actually avoid falling down that if you're quick enough on the button. But nothing happens. I've tried fighting her and she's just a Force Echo, even though the game will let you attempt to attack her. We just want to keep going down here.
I'm frightened. What's gonna happen? Master Kestis, why? I wanna go home.
Now, if you've seen The Mandalorian, if you remember, Cara Dune says something about that they'll upload her into a mind flayer. And Grief Karga says that those were just wartime propaganda. I'm not sure what these are actually called, but I believe that he was very wrong at that those are in fact the mind flayers, which everybody has seen those before. But when it shows Han Solo being tortured in one in Return of the Jedi, it doesn't ever name it, and even though it has a lot of fancy sparks and stuff on it, it doesn't look like it would actually be very painful. If anything, just more intimidating. And so I believe what the torture that was happening to him was actually happening in his mind, so yeah. Now right here, if you're easily surprised, then this part will kind of shock you. I don't know anybody else, but there's been a lot of discussion about it on the Reddit, that this outfit is absolutely... They added it in a DLC where you can wear it later in New Game Plus, and this outfit was just very lackluster. To me, it just reminds me of the old Nazi SS uniforms with a little bit of extra fancy adornments on it. And it doesn't fit anything at all, and so wearing it, for me, is just kind of stupid. We'll move on. We'll now interact with the wall. And of course, Cal would break the wall, because, you know, another Jedi might not ever possibly need this wall. Okay. Now, before I go and initiate our cutscene at the Holocron here, I'll get on with the talking point that I wanted to cover. Now, as you heard, that Zepho Sage said that Dogma blinded them to the path of balance, and all that good stuff. Now, as we already discussed, the first tomb you go to, the Tomb of Elram, it to me represents the balance in the Force, because of all the wind puzzles and how you have to balance the ball between the two opposing wind gusts to push it into the center of the room. Then you have the Tomb of Mictrol, which was reminiscent of the Jedi Order, you know, extravagance and kind of arrogance, all that stuff. And then, of course, we have the Tomb of Kujet on Dathomir, which was very obviously the dark side. You could tell something terrible had happened there, where Kujet had used the Force, more notably the dark side of the Force, to destroy all his rivals. And that's what all the ashes of the Zepho were that we found, that, as you saw, we could interact with them and they would crumble. And so now what we're getting at is the Zepho Sage pretty much says it directly right there in this little Force vision, that the path of balance is the true path, basically. So to only follow the Jedi doctrine or to only follow the Sith doctrines are both kind of close but not quite there, and it's because they both are caught in the well, pretty much the traditional struggle that everybody faces throughout all of life. I mean, it's happening with all kinds of religions all around the world, different government forms, be it communism, democracy, all that stuff. I mean, a great example is the political state of the United States right now, with the Democrats and the Republicans. And then, you know, we even have all the independent parties and all that come in, and everybody's convinced they're right, and nobody's willing to see the other person's side on things. And so I feel like it's really getting at where they're getting ready to really bring the Grey Jedi back into canon and show that that is, in fact, the true way that one should use the Force. That he should have a balance between the light and the dark. You know, use his anger and aggression when necessary, but keep it in check with the pureness of his intentions, type thing. And even in the new films, which I'll reiterate, I do not like, I do not agree with, those films were terrible, Luke Skywalker is more reminiscent of a Grey Jedi than a true Jedi. Because he's given in to his fear and his self-doubt because of what happened to his Padawans at his Jedi Temple with Kylo Ren when he fell to the dark side and killed all the other Padawans and then took some with him. But then he turns around and sees the light and goes ahead and helps Rey, and he even says that it's time to let the past die. He doesn't want to bring back the Jedi Order, but he doesn't want to allow the Sith to control the galaxy either. He realizes that it's time to forge a new path forward. Which is exactly what Cal's basically been doing. He's been using his Jedi training, but he also does some very dark side-esque type things. For instance, when you force pull the stormtroopers to you and shove your lightsaber through their chest. That's something no Jedi would ever do. That's totally reminiscent of the dark side of the Force. And you could tell that Cal really does give into his anger a lot. Like, for instance, when he shattered this glass just now. That was out of anger because he realized that if he intends on bringing back the Jedi Order, that basically he's doomed to fail. And even the Force is trying to tell him here that that's not the right thing to do. Okay. Now, I'd like to hear people's opinions on that. If anybody agrees with me or disagrees, I'd like to know why. You can, of course, discuss this on Reddit with me, or I'll be totally open to private messaging or something such. You may even go make your own Twitch video to straight up dispute what I say, and I'll watch it. I'll subscribe to you. And before I get too deep into the video so I can catch people who might not watch the entire thing, I would appreciate any likes or subscribes that you guys want to hand out. You can find me here on Twitch or on YouTube, both under Nightstalker0. That's N1GHTST6LKER0. Alright, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on, and we will get through this, and this will be the finale of this Fallen Order 100% playthrough and guide series.
Had a bad feeling I'd see you here.
Oh? How uncharacteristically prescient of you. Here I thought your greatest virtue was your dogged persistence as you stumbled from one debacle to the next.
Guess you made a mistake not killing me on Baraka then.
A scant mercy. I wagered one meaningless Padawan against a prize that will win me the Emperor's favor.
You think I'm gonna let you walk away with the Holocron?
Of course not. We both have our pride. But yours has cost you the lives of all the Force-sensitive children on that list, as well as your own.
Like you said, Trilla, I'm persistent.
Hey.
That was nothing. So close.
I hate that move.
Still running.
Oh, I hit the jump button. It was almost bad.
Not trained you.
Stim BD.
Damn. I just can't get my parry right. For this fight, you really don't have to beat her or try too hard. You'll get this cutscene, and that's pretty much it.
Careful with that thing. It's been through hell. Don't go. We need to stick together.
No. I'm going to lure them away, and then I'm going to circle back. Stay with the younglings, Trilla. May the Force be with you.
Master! Don't leave us!
Trilla, what's going to happen?
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
Well, as you could see there during that cutscene, that kind of proved my point about what I had said earlier in this series about Trilla, and how it just goes to show how naive she really was. Because it showed her with Seer leaving her, and then it shows her being tortured, and then them showing to Seer that she had become an Inquisitor. Now, her and Seer both are kind of ignorant on this fact, and like I said, it's a real common interrogation technique. They do it in the military, the police do it, everybody does it, and you'd be surprised how many people will give themselves up because they believe that they've already been given up. And so, I think that the Empire had already captured Trilla long before Seer ever actually told them where she was. Because they were obviously still in the process of torturing Seer right then. They probably waited until just after Seer told them where she was, and then they said, okay, let's bring her in. But yet nobody noticed, nobody thought about that. Because I highly doubt that Trilla was captured by the Empire and then just immediately gave in and became an Inquisitor. She probably held out for at least a few days. Or at least I'd hope she did. Because, I mean, she seems to be pretty headstrong and pretty damn tough. So, literally, it's just, it's idiocy in and of itself that either of them actually believe that Seer telling the Empire where Trilla was what caused her to become an Inquisitor. She was probably already well on her way long before Seer ever even broke. Alright, so at this point, we're going to save the game. And I do have one skill point, one skill left to buy, which I'm going to go ahead and do. And at this point, there's not a whole lot left of the game. With this video here will probably be maybe an hour on the nose, if that. And the majority of that will be cutscenes. For those of you that are watching this without playing the game, when we get to Nerf, after the boss fight, I recommend you turn off the video, do not watch the cutscene, go beat the game for yourself, and see the end of the game yourself. Because if you watch this, it's going to ruin it for you, and there's a massive reveal at the end that I don't want to blow for you. You little shit. Get some. Alright. Now you'll notice that, of course, we do have a bunch of stormtroopers waiting for us. There's these three on the left here, and then you've got these two guys. I did kill the heavy troopers already. Who's first?
That's the target! You're getting weak! How are you doing that?
Okay, unlock him so I can get rid of these guys.
Stop! Never thought I'd be the last one
There
standing.
we go. Shitheads. I apologize, I took a day off from this, and so I got out of my groove, but I had a headache yesterday, I was real tired, and I had some other things I needed to do, so I avoided this, even though I knew it wouldn't take me long. But we're gonna come through here. We won't encounter anything else to fight before we reach the ship. But it's a habit. I clicked on it before I even thought that I didn't need to. I believe there might be a couple more stormtroopers. I might be lying to you. I'll have to look. Come up here. Yeah, there's a few up here. Let's get rid of him. Like, I'm sorry, stormtroopers, that, like, one of the requirements to qualify for the stormtrooper corps must be, like, you have to be the most persistent and moronic SOB in the galaxy. Because, like, if I just saw a dude kill, like, 9 of my buddies without ever even getting near them with their own blaster bolts, screw this, dude, you can just go, like, I'm not gonna shoot at you here, like, I'll take my uniform off. Whatever it takes to make you not kill me right now, because I'm not going down like that. And they just try, you know.
I saw what happened between you and Trilla, what you both went through. I'm so sorry. I was arrogant, I was foolish. I could never understand what you went through. She has a holocron. I don't know where she's taking it.
I'm responsible for the path that Trilla is on. And what she does next is the cost of all of my mistakes.
Our mistakes are in the past. And it's all of our responsibility, and it's about what we do next that's important. You taught me that, Seer.
You're right. I know where she's taking it. There's a fortress where they take Jedi, where the Inquisitors come from. It's a place of torture. It's the place I escaped. I just never thought I'd be going back there.
Won't be going alone. You'll have a friend with you.
Now this upcoming section here during this cutscene was one of the greatest moments for me during this video game. And if you've seen the originals, then you'll recognize this as something that Obi-Wan did for Luke. Even though he did it for Luke basically just as a confidence thing, he definitely did not qualify as a Jedi Knight at the time. I think he just did it because he knew that Luke would really enjoy it. And then also, of course, there wasn't anybody else, and he wanted to make sure that it was done before he died. Because I believe Obi-Wan fully knew in A New Hope that the events of that film were going to turn out the way they did before they did.
By the will of the Force, Cal Kestis. Rise, Jedi Knight. You are ready.
So are you.
One thing a lot of people don't notice here, though, with the knighting ceremony that I think kind of symbolizes some things as well, is that also kind of shows the arrogance of the Jedi Order. Because if you remember, Yaro Tapal tells him to trust only in the Force.
Quiet.
But even then, for the knighting ceremony,
only behind glass.
they say by the right of the
not a fan of
council
me.
and by the
I
will
may have
of the
four
Force.
arms, but if you haven't noticed, I'm
They
basically
put
bite-sized
the Jedi
for most
Council
deadly
before
creatures.
the Force. I get that it would kind of wouldn't flow as well the other way around. But, still, it's... The will of the Force should supersede the right of the Council. Because the Council truly has no right without the Force. Because they are nobody without the Force.
You should focus on your mission, Cal.
She has the most dry, to the point conversations.
Oh, we've been all over the place. Non-stop tour of the galaxy with her. But she's paying the bills, so I can't complain, really.
Better than hiding on a scrapyard for years.
Oh, that I can agree with. I mean, I've seen trash heaps before. And that planet was the trashiest. I can't believe anyone would... Sorry.
You're not wrong.
Oh, wrong way. Now, during these little optional conversations, you actually can get a lot of interesting backstory, so I encourage you to do that. But it's time I don't want to spend on the stream showing all of those. Maybe if people are interested, I'll do that later. And just only stream the conversations. But as you can see, we now have a sixth planet, which is going to be this one here, which is Nur. And this is where the Fortress Inquisitorius is located. We're going to go ahead and travel there. And we'll be well on our way to completing the game.
When I was a Padawan, I thought Cordova and I had explored the whole galaxy.
Were you close?
We barely even scratched the surface. How much of the galaxy have you seen?
Before joining you, only Dothamir. I was raised to reject the rest of the galaxy. Outsiders were dangerous.
I wish I could say your sisters were wrong. I understand they wanted to protect themselves.
But I do not. I want to understand this galaxy, and those who fight for it.
Then you're on the right ship. I envy the experiences you have ahead. Beautiful natural architecture, colors you've never seen before, food, art, music. In the middle of war, it's hard to remember those things actually exist. But they do.
Now, one thing at this point I'd like to point out is how she said about colors that Marin has never seen before. That's really true, because Dathomir was pretty much just red and gray and shades in between. You can have conversations with her on all the different planets if you go to them once you obtain her on your ship. And she will make comments as such, like when you take her to Bogano, she'll also kind of feed into what I said about the balance of the Force. As you can see, there's our bogling. Because she'll mention that okay. Alright, we had a minor snafu there. Apparently my controller battery was low, it died on me. I'm not sure what was said before it died, but basically Marin will kind of feed into what I said about the Grey Jedi and that being the proper path through the Force and things such. Because she'll mention on most of the planets that you go to how different they are from Dathomir. But when you're on Bogano and you speak to her, she says that there's something different about the planet that she can't describe, that it seems serene yet in chaos in some way. Or something to that effect. I'd have to hear the exact conversation, but she basically admits that that planet kind of sits on like a balance point in the Force. Now we're gonna go and we'll arrive on the Fortress Inquisitorius, and I'll be quiet for the cutscenes.
This isn't good. With the defenses they got, our usual tricks just aren't gonna cut it.
I can help.
What are you thinking?
A ritual. It will hide the ship, I hope.
A ritual?
She has a knack for this kind of stuff.
This is hilarious.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. Now, what is this gonna require?
A sacrifice. One of your arms will do nicely.
Wait, what?
Don't be so serious. Join me up front. Sisters, Mother, lend me your strength. Sisters, Mother, Lend me your strength.
Whatever she's doing, it's working.
What do you think the odds are?
My money's on you, kid.
Let's go, buddy.
Once we're inside, I'll engage them, and then sabotage their sensors so the Mantis can extract us. You find the Holocron.
Shouldn't we stick together?
I feel the pull. The lives of every child on that list are at stake. Whatever happens in there and whatever you see, don't worry about me. Just get it and get out.
Close in on the fortress.
It's time.
Hey, there's not anywhere that you really have to be crazy about exploring right here, and you can actually swim around this place quite a bit. So for you to sit here and attempt to swim around this area to discover portions of the map would take you a stupid amount of time. But as you can see, this is actually one of the planets that they spent a little bit more time on designing, but I mean, because it's such a small location, you don't really do a whole lot here. I can kind of understand that they were probably able to squeeze more detail into it. You'll notice you've got these super creepy looking shark things. I was totally expecting to have to fight those, but no, they don't bother you. Let me see if I can find one. There's one over there swimming around behind that building. There he goes. It's like a cross between a stingray and a shark. They're kind of terrifying looking, I'm not gonna lie. If I ran into something like that on a fishing trip, I'd be like, nope, I'm not fishing no more. So there's a little small one. We'll get a good look at one through one of the windows in here, so we'll go ahead and swim in. And you'll get a pretty comical conversation that you can overhear in here. I'm not sure if these count, but I always duck into these little nooks here just to be sure. Because once you leave this room, you can't come back in it.
Clear. Listen to that water dripping. Hey, Stormtrooper, how do you handle that? I'd be around to the fresher every couple minutes. Hey, you hear me? Huh? What's that, sir? You daydreaming or something wrong with your equipment? All good, sir. We turned down our mics in here. The water can be distracting, sir. Guess that answers that. As you were. Sir. What? Intruder! Sound the alarm. On my way. Blocking!
I'm getting real tired of you leading with that unblockable. Freaking cheap bastard. Okay.
Cal, you there?
Yeah. Good to hear your voice here.
I've located the holocron. Sending you the location now.
Got it. We're on the move.
Okay. That's real easy.
It's locked. What do you think?
This area is as linear as they get in this game.
You cannot escape.
So sick of getting grabbed by him.
Large damage initiated.
We got him! Yeah, someone else take a hit.
Oh, damn.
Fire! Here we go.
Quit locking onto him so I can focus.
Hey, fire! Keep away from him.
You can actually hack this guy and he'll do you quite a bit of good here.
Nice work. The Empire will be happy.
And of course, that one stormtrooper lives through the freaking grenade and gets me. This spot here is relatively tough because you're in a small area and you have to fight through a wave of increasingly difficult Imperial troopers. Okay, let's attempt this again. Alright, buddy. Your soul is mine.
Are we good enough to win? I'll make you regret that. No one's that fast. You can't top my skill.
Assholes.
Stop, Jedi! This'll be fun. I think I'm... Let's take him on. Smash him. So fast.
They weren't expecting the robot to come help me. Hey, you're hitting me, shithead. Okay.
Toss me one, BD.
Now you'll see you have one of the super asshole purge troopers coming.
I'm not to work. I can't catch him. We gotta stop him. Get after him. I will not miss. Come on, Jedi. Fight us.
My target lock does not want to focus on the proper guy.
Oh no. Now he looks mad. A near miss. Competent. Won't last long.
Buddy!
Stand back, Jedi. I should move back. I just can't hit him.
There we go. Now let's roll. As you can see, there's a dude hiding behind that box. Apparently he thinks his white helmet's not obvious.
Got him! Get up here!
Ooh, 2-for-1 special. Handing out coupons for dead stormtroopers, boy. Oh, come on.
I have to catch him! More! Give me more! Back.
I don't know why my parry is not working. I cannot get those freaking beams to save my life. I'll get back in the groove. Now, you'll think that these guys are never ending, but they do end. You just have to kill a lot of them. They're a pain in the ass. Alright, buddy. Come on. There we go.
You're not getting away. Picking us off! One of us! Someone else attack him! Oh, you're not getting away! He's hurting! Keep your heads down! Take this on hit! You can't stop us all!
There we go.
Block this!
It's about time the robot came to give me a hand.
After him now!
Got you.
Finally! You aren't trying!
Alright.
Enemy position reached. Whoa, watch it! You can't top my skill!
I can't now, can I? Just took you down.
Fight us, you coward!
There you go. Careful what you wish for, bitch.
Stop, Jedi! How many hits does it take? You caught me. Come on, fight us.
Not very many when my guy won't freaking block.
I think I'm done. Well done, squad.
Okay. I keep dying on this part. No, I said okay. Okay. Third time's a charm. Let's get this shit over with.
Trivial opposition. Unproductive human.
You're actually all in all worthless, so I'm gonna kill you.
I got this. Find a weak point.
He's normally a bigger help, but for some reason he doesn't seem to want to leave this stupid room.
You will regret that.
Don't let him get you.
Got you.
Win easy. Moving back.
You're making my job harder. Get out of my way. Okay.
Surround him. Nope. Your turn.
As you can see, there was the lightsaber throw. As I told you, it's completely worthless. It didn't even hit him, even though it went right through him.
This one's mine. Now.
Buddy! BD, stim!
Use the damn
Now
stem.
he's got stems. We'll root you all out. This Jedi is clever. We'll take you down.
Bastard.
I'll trap him. Jedi down. Repeat. Jedi.
Apparently third time's not the charm today. They keep getting lucky shots. Now, I imagine it is possible to just run past these guys, but it would be incredibly difficult. Because the small tunnel, and as we know, their reach exceeds their grasp by quite a bit.
Scanners failing.
And of course, he got me.
Retreating, stay on him.
Okay.
I'll get you. Here we go. He's going to kill us all. All allied units. Jedi's weak. Take him out. He's on the move. Yeah, someone else take a hit. I'm hit. Focus on his guard. Get me down.
Stim, please.
Move up. Attacking. Stay on you.
Aye.
We'll be right behind you. I'll lose track of him.
Asshole.
A little help, bud.
See what I mean? Because it's such a tight area, you get jammed up in them real easy, and you're sitting there trying to roll away, and you're just getting the shit whipped out of you because they're not missing you even though you're rolling. And so now you're stuck in an animation that's not making a difference.
I'm gonna end this.
Okay.
I'll just keep dodging. Shield the blaster. One down.
Good, I got that door to shut.
Not fast enough. Avoid all you want. Trying to resist. You won't strike me. Cannot run. You catch every blow.
No, you
This
won't.
place is where the Empire created the Inquisitors. They tortured Seer.
Alright,
Turned
now that we're
Trullo to
finally
the dark
past that
side.
place,
Let's
those
tear it
guys
down.
there, the door shuts if you get close enough, but I was having trouble getting close enough, as you can see.
Enemy closing in.
Projectiles.
Take him out.
Surrender is surrender. Scanners failing.
I've cleared out this area, but the Empire sealed me in. Any ideas?
Okay, I finally got my
look
groove
for
back.
control room. I've got a plan.
I think I'm standing in one.
Now, you want to scan these, like, barrels or whatever? As you saw the stormtrooper unplug this thing, this one can be tricky. But you actually got to focus on the thing up here first. And pull it over. Oh. And then you grab this and plug it in. Now that it's plugged in, you just push a random button, because there's
BD?
no way you can know what's going on these control panels.
It's something.
And
let's check it out.
You obviously break something.
I've disabled the shields on the outer sections of the fortress. Flood the base and swim to the central keep.
It's a hell of a plan.
We'll meet up inside. Good luck.
Got it. Let's go, BD.
I just
Section looks pretty weak.
bust the wall right here.
Ready for a swim, BD?
You know, there's a guy on YouTube that actually made one of these things, the little rebreathers. And it's actually pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know how safe I would feel. I'd be afraid of regulation issues and bursting my lungs. But he used it and demonstrated it, and it worked. He got about 15 minutes of air out of it. Then he made an upgraded version. In his video, he actually calls it the James Bond one. But he does talk about the one from Star Wars as well. You swim through the window you broke. You come down here. Come on, why are you not moving? There we go. This area can be a little finicky. Sometimes it's hard to get him to actually swim around in it. Come up here for sure. Swim down. BD1 will scan this busted pipe. Now turn around and view the other side of this door, or you'll miss your exploration. Of course, you can't check your map when you're swimming, and so that makes it difficult to verify that you've gotten everything, so you have to be thorough in this section. I believe that's the way you're supposed to go. Yeah, this door's closed. Make sure to dip in all these little doorways.
Closer.
Break's over. Is he gonna kill us all? We'll end this quick. I'm done with this one.
All right.
I'll get after him.
Sorry, I was one-handed playing there.
Away. I'll make you pay. Dodging again?
Why wouldn't I? Alright, got rid of him. Now you want to come up here to complete a portion of your map.
It's like the dojo at the Jedi
But
Temple.
you also want to interact with this button, and you'll see what it does.
Corrupted.
And that will make this next section incredibly easier Because now you can just shove most of those assholes in the lava. They will eventually shut the things.
It's locked.
Conveniently on the more difficult enemies. But you'll still be able to wipe them out.
Watch yourselves. Punch him down. This one has...
Boom! Down they go. If you're quick enough before the door opens again,
What'd you find, buddy?
you can go ahead and scan that.
Kill the intruder.
Valueless. Your odds of surviving are low.
I like to deal with him first.
So fast. Don't let up. Get on him.
He got lucky.
Inferior Jedi. Still resisting. Unwise.
I can't hit him.
Damn!
Kill him.
Integrity compromised.
Whoa, I can't believe I missed that grab. It would have killed me. Alright, buddy. Use this guy, he'll be incredibly helpful. Now, any second now, these doors will open up and more enemies will come out.
Strike him quickly. Someone should catch him. Get him. Not liking this. Out of the way. Taking fire. Shoot him. Oh no. Was that our last melee unit?
Alright. Now, as you can see, we're now trapped on this side.
Deny me.
Damn! Missed him.
Help, BD!
You are weak.
Stupid freaking stun grenade. Again? That stupid droid is making this more difficult because he keeps throwing the grenades at the freaking droid.
Trivial opposition. Your odds of survival
Well, at least he's
are
killing
low.
the guy.
Very low.
Okay. I've never had that issue before
Inferior Jedi.
where I kept getting hit because the stupid droid.
Charging.
Now this will come back down and you're able to move around a little freely again. But it's going to close so you can't push nobody in.
Aim higher.
Watch out for these guys.
Child fears us.
Oh,
Right here, BD!
After him. After him now. Ah, block this. Give up. Fight me, Jedi. We are alone now.
Target hit.
Your death is assured. You will pay
just
for
don't
this.
let your droids hit you. There we go. That should have been the last set of them. So I'll go ahead and get rid of my droid. Now I believe there is one more thing to scan in here. Let me double check the room. That took me a little longer than it should have, but I have issues hacking the droids. I don't usually hack them, but I was trying to guarantee myself a victory. You'll open this door. So we're clear to move ahead. You're definitely going to want to use that. There's enough guys in here that they'll break your block stamina when they start shooting at you. Damn! They are just raining down those freaking bolts on me. Just want to slowly chip away at them. Alright.
I will not lose. I will not bend.
Alright, now that he's dead.
That's the last of them.
Cal, I'm near your position, but
Those
still
guys
behind
gave
the
me a
blast
hell
door.
of a time.
Look for a console nearby.
As you can see, they broke my block stamina 3 times. There's just enough of them that they do it. You don't want to take off through this area too fast, because there are some data scans in here. I believe they're down on this other end here, and there's some on the lower level as well. Here's one right here. It's an Echo.
This place is evil.
Hey. That's the console you need to interact with, but we're gonna bypass that for a second. Here we go. You'll scan this. Make sure you check the lower level too. There's nothing down here, but it still counts towards the map. Just run all the way around it, real fast like. You don't have to stop, do no fancy crap. And then up. The prison block is covered. Okay. Thank you for telling me something I already know. The defensive perimeter is covered. So is the inner fortress, which is where the little arena we just got stuck fighting in was. Okay. Now you come up here and you'll get a very lackluster sequence of Seer being a badass. For some reason, they really thought that the lightsaber throw was going to be a lot cooler than it was in this game. And you'll see, you know, why, because it looks cheesy, especially looking at another character throwing their saber. How it just kind of glides through the air, like, all fancy-like.
That was impressive. How you holding up?
I was always a little disappointed with that, and of course they showed Jaro Tapal do the same thing during the Order 66
This
scene.
prison is where they kept us. I only wish there was someone left to save.
And I don't really
here.
see a Jedi doing
So am
that near as often
We
as they
really
make
had
it
the
seem
choice,
like they
didn't
would.
I understand.
Because, you know, the
keep
Jedi,
moving.
they're always big on the
Yes.
whole lightsaber
Let's
is
get
their
this over
life
with.
thing, and I don't
Any
see
sign of
them
Trilla?
throwing it out of their
No.
hand like that and
Not
risking the
The
potential
Holocron is being kept in the
to
interrogation
potentially
chamber.
lose it.
It's the most secure place in this entire fortress. I'm opening the path to the Holocron. Get to the Holocron.
But then again, as we've
Underbird
established, I
reinforcements
mentioned
and
at
join
some
you as soon
point
as I
that
can.
Jedi seem to have a bad case of the Butterfingers when it comes to their lightsabers. Which is, I find very comical, because they claim their lightsabers are so important to them, and they You know, they have the Force and
It's like a
stuff. They should be
turbo
able to
lift.
keep that
Might be
sucker
your
in their
ticket outta
hand at
here.
all times. But yeah, they're constantly dropping them things. And make sure you check these corners. I always go the wrong way the first time. But, you just zigzag both of these guys and push this button. Once again, massive lack of safety controls in here. No handrails. They don't even really have a toe plate.
We're getting close.
Which I walked
81?
across way center things in my line of work with no concern, but
Never seen anything like
yeah,
this.
when people
Advanced, even for
have
the
the
Empire.
potential to get angry and chunk you off of things with the Force, I would kind of demand handrails so that I had a chance to maybe save myself at least. I know you're just going to throw me off again, but I'm going to keep grabbing this handrail until you take it down. These things, I was super nervous here. I was like, oh god, are those about to start shooting at me? Don't worry, they don't. They're just there for looks, which was kind of disappointing at the same time. You'll get another scan right here of this console.
He broke them, beat them down, and turned them to the dark side.
You want to run on both of these because one of them's going to get destroyed after the boss fight, and you won't be able to check it then, and they count. Okay. And let's see how many times it takes me to do this.
Can you slice this
We
open?
just come through, slice the door. Initially, there's nobody in here. It actually is possible to get up there, and then you can glitch your way through the ceiling and go kind of do a little bit of exploring. We're not going to do that. There's plenty of YouTube videos on that, and that's not my goal with this. Now you really want to watch out for her force drain. She'll put her lightsaber up and kind of look like she's about to shoulder block you like a linebacker.
You will fall.
And when she does that, it's a one-shot kill. It's really quick. You definitely want to keep her at like mid-distance. If you get too far from her, she'll throw her lightsaber at you. Throw lightsabers, bitch.
I look forward to giving Sarah your head.
Whoa.
Really?
Watch the jump. And of course, she's gonna spam the holy hell out of her unblockables in here.
Need assist.
She's one of the few bosses that you actually can knock down with the force push.
You'll pay me for that.
Damn. And as you notice, her unblockables hurt and stupid bad. She just one-shotted me with that, pretty much. With more than half health. She's really tough, and she just progressively gets worse. You'll catch a cutscene about midway through her fight, and then another one, and every little cutscene sequence, she gets more and more ridiculous. And of course, her hit overpowers the fact that I just got all my life back from her.
Suffer as I have.
Nowhere even near her.
Jedi
Damn it.
will never be victorious.
Okay, let's try this again.
Weak technique. Just
Damn
like the
it,
rest of
she
your
hit me with an
kind.
unblockable. I heard the noise, it was too late. That's the first thing you want to do. If she beats you a couple times, make absolute sure that you hit her to get the gold glow off of her so you can actually see her glow red for the unblockables. Otherwise, you're relying on a real light audio cue, and normally by the time that you realize that's there, you're dead.
Real in agony.
There we go.
That won't change anything.
Of course, your force rush ability is going to come in real handy here, because you can get around her bullshit block stamina, because you'll never get it empty. I've fought her and beat her a many a time, and it just regenerates too fast, and once you get it down to a certain amount, it seems like it never goes down anymore after that. If she starts to glow red, you can also, as long as you time it properly, then your rush attack will interrupt her unblockable. As you saw, I got a little too far from her. The first thing she did was yank her freaking lightsaber throw at me. Oh, I got her with both trips. Now she's gonna start running from you, and she'll just repeatedly pitch her lightsaber at you over and over until these guys show up. And of course, I don't have any damn force. Why will you not lock on to the probe droid? Boom.
You can't escape.
Gotta watch that. It'll hit you even if you're inside of it. There it was. That's that force drain attack. Full health, full everything. It kills you. So watch that. I know. I've got to wait for her to quit throwing her lightsaber at me. Otherwise, she'll kill me. See, that's a good way to get around her rush attack, because she was about to try to force drain me again.
Trillo.
Okay.
I saw what you've been through. You've experienced great suffering. It's not too late to let it go.
Let go. I'm stronger now because of the pain. I knew you'd come back for this. No, thank you. You'll never make it out of this place alive!
Now, if you thought she was hard before, get ready for this.
You'll pay dearly for that.
now she's gonna start playing cheap. Oh, she got me with it.
Hey, buddy!
Ooh, close one. And you will run into QTs here. You can go into the settings and turn those off if you don't like them, but they help me get into the fight. She always does 2 slow ones, a quick one if you parry the first 2. The third one normally gets me.
Such poor aim.
At this point, just kind of keep the pressure on her, and don't let her start to do her bullshit. Really?
Suffer as I have.
Hey, BD!
Stay still!
Bad timing.
That won't change anything.
Up here!
If she gets knocked down, immediately seize that opportunity to heal. You want to hit those stems as often as you can against her.
Buddy, help!
This is the end, Padawan.
Because she does stupid damage, and she's relentless. At this point, there we go. Just when you get her that low on health, just go balls to the wall on her. Especially if she goes for an unblockable, force rush her. Rush her and just nail her. And as you can see, she's over. I beat her.
I need to do this.
Damn it.
It's over, Trilla.
Nothing is ever truly over.
This fight is over. I know the darkness that is.
And now, like I said, if
inside
you
and
haven't
every
played
day
this game and
you
you're
choose to
watching
either
this for
feed it
shits and giggles,
or fight it.
turn this video
too
off
late,
right now.
Zach.
Like right now, not a second sooner. Stop.
It's not.
Stop watching.
I know the choices that I made.
You know everything
took
you
all
need
your
to know.
choices away.
Or at least skip
And
3
I
minutes
have
ahead.
failed you, Trilla. I failed you. And I am so very sorry.
Wait till you get to this section and then come back and watch the end of this video. I urge you, I implore you. Otherwise, you're going to ruin
I've
the
carried
biggest
so much
reveal of the
hate for
game.
you.
That doesn't look good.
It isn't. It's him.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers! Run! No!
You would be wise to surrender.
Yeah. Probably.
You cannot escape.
We gotta run! Look out! Little help, BD. Turbo lift. Let's go.
Now just run your freaking ass off. because there's not a damn thing you can do against Darth Vader, and we all know it. He's coming for you.
Let's get out of here. Come on. Edie, stay back.
And now we have our final tactical guide entry for Darth Vader. And as you know, few survive an encounter with the most powerful Sith in the galaxy. Escape is the only chance of survival. Now, he was teased at earlier, if you paid attention during Seer's stories. She says that she held out as long as she could against the torture of the Empire and the Inquisitors, but that this dark shadow came, and he was unlike anything she'd ever seen before, and he broke her. Now, at this point, we'll check our tactical guide. And as you can see, every section of every creature is complete. The databank, I believe, should still have just a couple entries left, yes. Those will be completed upon leaving this planet. We have all of our data scans for the Fortress Inquisitorius. We should have all our character entries now, which we do. Alright. Now there's still just a little bit left to find here, and if you're going for the completion of your holo maps, then we'll cover that as well.
I think we lost him.
It's gonna be in here.
I'll make it. Seer, I won't fail you.
You want to make sure to explore this area right now, because if you go too far, you're not going to get to come back. And now it's going to say 50% explored all the way up here. But once you get to the end of this hallway, it will complete, because this is as far as you can go in the Fortress Inquisitorius on Nerve.
They will.
If you progress any further
Grease,
beyond
I'm
that
here.
point,
Heading
then
towards the surface. Be ready.
you should
I have the
have it.
holocron, but
You just want to stop
Seer,
a little short of this
you'll make it,
elevator
Grease.
Here?
and look.
Just get out of there, Cal. Keep moving, Cal.
And as you'll notice, it still says 50%. But this is the end of this area, so you'll get it when you open this door. I promise you. If necessary, look, I will show you. Let's see. In my achievements, if I can remember how to get to them. Oh, alright, well, it won't let me show you, but I have the achievement for the data maps, so I'm telling you the truth here. You get to the door, it might show it now. No, it still says 50%. And now if you fail these QTEs, you can get several varying versions of your death and also BD1 demise. But we're not going to show all those, because we'll have to redo everything every time.
Surrender the holocron.
Now this is highly symbolic right here if you watch. I'm sure Vader is well aware that this is a double-bladed saber, but he spins it around and stabs you with the end of it that would have been Seer's blade. So basically he stabs you with your master's lightsaber.
Let you take those children.
Such hatred. You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
She's stronger than that. No! No!
And now this is evidence here that Seer, she's not no slouch neither. She's a pretty strong Jedi, because she's able to actually immobilize Vader for an extended period of time. As you can see, he is powering through it, inching towards you. But she's not doing too bad. I honestly feel like if Cal and Seer had teamed up against him here, that they probably could have at least damaged him pretty good, but they likely would have still wound up dying.
Hey, kid. Cal. Cal!
See her.
She's all right. She's all right.
You too.
You did it.
We did it. We did.
Careful.
Where are they?
Well, they're out there. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
That was you in the water, wasn't it?
I'm glad you're okay. This one wouldn't leave your side.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey.
So now what?
Well, Captain, this is the end of my charter. Your contract has been fulfilled. Thank you, Grease.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking that maybe I would stick around here and take you wherever you gotta go. Besides, the kid kinda looks up to me.
What about that?
We use it to rebuild the Jedi Order.
The next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him. Just like they're after us.
The lives of every child on that list will be forever changed.
Not by us. Their destiny should be trusted to the Force. So where to now?
Now, one thing that I think would be a awesome inclusion for Fallen Order 2 is that Cal has begun training Merrin in the ways of the Force to become a Jedi. And it would be really cool to have like a character select option, and so that when you play through your New Game Plus, you can play through Cal's story, and then play through like Merrin's story, and then play through Seer's story, and have each of them maybe share certain parts of the game, but then have where when you choose a different character, each character also has unique parts of their journey, different areas they go and different things they do, it would really increase the replayability of the games beyond somebody like me who can just play the game for the simple fact of how much I loved the game. But that would be really cool, and it would give, you know, girls an option to play as a girl if they chose to. Because I know some girls get angry about that. My girlfriend was mad about that with Call of Duty. That in Call of Duty, she actually had to spend money to get a female character that she felt like was representative of her. Because the characters that you're just given with the base game, I mean, weren't... There was like a middle-aged Irish lady and an African woman and an Asian girl. And so being a dark-haired Caucasian woman, my girlfriend had to buy a Caucasian character. Which was, you know, for her it made her angry, and I can understand that. So I think that would be something neat for Fallen Order 2. Now, maybe not necessarily in the Fallen Order series, but I would really love to see EA put their Star Wars license to better use. And perhaps maybe even completely remake, not remaster, remake Knights of the Old Republic. That was the single greatest play-your-own Star Wars story game ever made. Because you could be whoever you wanted. And that was so awesome. And the game is incredibly dated now. And I know they are talking about remastering it. I don't want a remaster. I want a 100% remake. I mean, I'm talking Fallen Order quality graphics, storytelling. Like, for instance, the cutscenes in that game, you could almost put them together and make a Star Wars animation out of them. But the game now is just far too lackluster for somebody who hasn't played it before and liked it then. But I mean, EA has this incredibly expensive Star Wars license, and they're one of the few people that does, and I feel like they need to put it to better use than they have. I also wouldn't mind if they quit sitting on their hands and release some more DLCs for this game itself. Like maybe perhaps when they come out with Fallen Order 2, to encourage people to play the first one again. That being said, folks, that is the completion of our journey. I will wait for the credits to end so I can show all the character entries completed and all that. Because since I do already have all the achievements, or in the case of people on PlayStation, trophies, it's not going to show any of them pop, because I've already gotten them. But I can show you that the maps are complete, all the areas are complete, that I have all the data scans, character entries, journey entries, and tactical guide entries. And so that should verify to you that if you watch this guide and follow it properly, that you should in fact have everything. And you should get all your achievements. Now, there are some achievements that I didn't demonstrate how to get because they require things like specific combat choices and options like that. Those ones, if anybody has any questions about how to get those, feel free to ask me and I will tell you how. But I'm not gonna... I could potentially make a whole other video on just how to obtain the achievements. But in order to do so, I would have to play about halfway through the game, unlock all the abilities, and then go and show you how to do so. Now, once again, if you guys really enjoyed my video and you learned some new things and you liked it and it helped you get the completion of your game, don't hesitate to subscribe and follow me. I will be making more videos. I have a Skyrim that has over 100 mods on it that I've been playing around with, that I've been enjoying. I streamed that a while back, and I wasn't really familiar with some of the mods, and so I had some issues. But now that I'm more familiar with what to expect out of the way it plays, we will check that out. I also plan to stream myself playing Call of Duty some, and other things, and I have plenty of other games. If there's any games that you guys would be interested in me showing a guide for, or just watching me play, let me know, and I'll see what can be done with it. Also, as I recommended several times before, make sure to go on YouTube and check out the Stupendous Wave and Star Wars Theory, especially the Star Wars Theory guy. The Star Wars Theory man is incredibly knowledgeable, and he makes great videos, and if you haven't seen it, he has an awesome Vader fan film on there that is supposed to be a series. I don't know when Part 2 is going to come out, or if it will. There were some issues with Disney that led to, well, it's a lot of controversy. I'm not going to get into, but yes, check those guys out. I love their stuff, and I would really appreciate if you guys went and saw their stuff as well. But they have some great stuff on there, especially the comic readings. There's one on there. He has the entire Vader comic series that he reads, along with sound effects and everything, and it's just so much better than reading it yourself. And at the conclusion of each issue, he gives a little bit of annotation on what happened and things like that, opinions, and how it connects to the rest of Star Wars lore, and then he reads the next one. And then he gives a really excellent overview at the end that helps to connect it all together. So if you're a big-time Star Wars fan, those are absolute musts. Those should definitely be on your subscribe list on YouTube, and you guys should watch everything they put out. Now, Star Wars Theory, he focuses more on fan theories than he does actual verifiable fact of Star Wars. But it's all has its basis in fact. Everything he talks about he gives citation for. He also focuses a ton on the lore. Now, the Stupendous Wave, he makes a lot of excellent videos that range all the way from fan theories to in-depth analyses and explanations. They're totally worth it. And I apologize if I'm droning here, but I know we have to sit through these credits, and I don't want you to just be sitting here watching the credits waiting for me to show you my databank entries. And I was right. I was able to keep it under 2 hours for the completion of the game. By the time the credits are over, we'll probably have hit 2 hours. And of course, I kind of feel like this game was so well done that the credits deserve to be shown. The people who took part in the game, all the actors, all the development team and all that, they deserve their creds. And I've never actually sat all the way through the credits before. I normally get up and start walking around, so we might be surprised here and see something at the end of them that I didn't know was there. I doubt it, but we'll find out. Warframe. Buy us some Prime accessories. See. Oh. Okay, now if you guys are interested, I also plan to start, I'll be streaming Warframe probably later tonight. I'm gonna get off the game for a little while, hang out with my girlfriend, watch a little TV. But yeah, I plan to stream Warframe later tonight. And I don't know, maybe some Call of Duty, it depends on if I'm feeling like playing or not. But you guys can check all that out as well. Or if you're just interested in the Star Wars stuff, I might stream some Battlefront 2. I'm not sure. But it's all there. I also would be interested in trying to find some good, if anybody plays Warframe, I need to find a good squad. I haven't played Warframe in a while, so I don't have any friends on it that are active anymore. And so if y'all are looking to squad up, of course, you can find me. My gamer's tag is the same as my Twitch and my YouTube. And I'll post a looking for group on that as well. And there is some good Prime in-game loot that you can get from Twitch Gaming, or Twitch Prime. They recently have, you can get some Prime Operator packs, a Necroloid pack, and then you can also get the Ember Warframe with a slot and a Filigree Prime decoration. So you definitely want to check that out. Boy, these credits are longer than I remembered them being. All right. Oh. Apparently it will let you skip the credits. I hit B and it skipped it. I apologize for making y'all watch a large portion of the credits there just to be able to skip them. Now we will click continue, and I will show that all the databank entries have been completed. Okay, as it says, we have our journey completed. We now have additional lightsaber parts. Let's see, our feather fern still isn't completely grown. Oh, yeah, it is.
With my terrarium built out, I can finally get hollows for the Galactic Botanist Competition.
You wanted me to do all this for bragging rights?
No, not just that. Those slubs give a lot of credits to the winner of the grand prize.
Planning on cutting me in?
Whoa, 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 slow down. It's a plant growing competition, not a plant gathering competition.
Oh well, at least the mantis feels more alive.
Now at that point there, you should have, once all of them are fully grown, you should get your achievement for the green thumb achievement, I believe is what it's called. We'll now go to our databank. As you can see, there's new options under quest. And there you go. Chapter 6. Oh, I gotta click on that to make the plus sign go away. Alright, and we'll go down here to characters. And there you go. All the character entries are now complete as well. We already established the tactical guide was complete, and that completes this 100% playthrough of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Okay, I will save the game now, and I will exit. I will go to the save menu and show you that it will reflect 100% completion. Quit title screen. Alright, so what you'd want to do is just click Start New Journey Plus or something such. We'll say Grandmaster, just for the sake. Not enough space? Okay. And let's see. Today is December 6th. No, December 8th, my bad. And there it is. December 8th, 2020. New Journey Plus, 100% complete. As you can see, they're all 100% complete. But that's the one we were playing on. I'm not going to actually start another New Journey, but there you go. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned a lot. May the Force be with you, and welcome, Jedi Knights.